Hello, hello, and we say good evening to all of you this moment of your time. It is a great pleasure for us to meet you and to connect with you in this way. Every time you allow for our civilization or any such galactic group to interact with your world, it is a great service to us as well, as through your reflections we expand in our understanding, as do you, when we come to share whatever it is you would like to discuss with us in any moment. So our thanks and our love to you. We speak on behalf of the Pleiadian Council, which is an extraterrestrial group soul, you could say. We have evolved to a point of telepathy and a collective consciousness, so that through our own intuitive higher mind, we can tune into all members of our species on our planet and many other species throughout the galaxy as well. We have linked into to some degree, and through this, we share a knowing together of much information. We operate in a flow state together, and we have evolved to this point through thousands of years. We care for your world as in a way you are of our descendants very long ago, and we and many other groups have come to support you at different times in your Earth's history, and we see this point in your history as one in which there are many great changes and challenges that you face, and it is a point of a splintering of timelines in knowing that there is no fixed destiny, and actually there are infinite variations of every Earth plane, many timelines, you could say, of what occurs in your future. You as individuals and as a collective generate through your decisions the future that you experience. And so we and many others are connecting to light workers, channels, regardless of how you identify yourself. Those of you who are on the leading edge of expanding your consciousness to reach these higher planes, we are with you, and it is not simply some of you, it is all of you who really make that choice to expand. Now, you need not believe all of what we have to say or share. Simply receive what you can from it and apply it to your own reality and see if it works for you. We will share briefly today and just work with the questions and the understandings that you would like to have reflected at this time. We will say what is most universal of our sharing and our wisdom to impart to your world is the truth of the heart's knowledge, the heart's wisdom, that you can find out most of what you need to know through simply following your own heart. And when you can really listen to your heart, feel your heart as if it is a magnet. What is the magnet drawn to? What is that magnet drawn to in terms of ideas, in terms of locations, in terms of people, in terms of activities? When you can feel the purest pull of the magnet, the one that causes your heart to have a sensation of fluttering, of opening, of vibrating in the most pleasant way for you, that is the sign that you are on the highest path, as you could say. There is no right or wrong path. There's only the path that yields you the best results, the best feeling results, the biggest transformation. And you know it through that sensation, yes, in your body, of an open, expansive connection there in the center of your being. So those questions that cause you to find that sensation opening within you, ask those. And in your life, when you make the decisions that continue to generate that feeling in your heart, many great things will happen, many great things will transform. Beginning there, anything you'd like to share with us, we will do our best we can to answer your questions and reflect with you at this time if you wish. Well, not all at once. Yeah.
Can you travel to different timelines?
Yes.
About how difficult is that?
Well, it depends who you are. For us, it is relatively effortless. For you, you can view many different timelines through your astral body. To develop the ability to do that with your physical body would be of great effort, though it is still for you relatively effortless to tap into different timelines with your astral body. And your astral body is empowered by imagination. It is not something that simply makes things up. Your imagination is a sort of deciphering device that when you focus somewhere in the field of reality, you will receive the feedback through your imagination. And of course, the mental conditions and beliefs will always filter information in your imagination in a way that makes sense to you. And with time, some of those beliefs will change as you have that back and forth motion between projecting your energy out to receive information, receiving it through your imagination, letting it filter into your body. Every time you do that, your belief system will change and adjust, and you will get more accurate results with time. Though, yes, you can peer into many different timelines at any moment that you would wish to.
Is it possible to change the course of reality simply with thought?
Oh, yes. Though, not thought alone. There must be action.
Mm-hmm.
So, when your thought leads you to take a different action, then you will change reality through that action. Now, as physical beings, the language of your reality is action. So, you must live your passion in order to receive passionate results. You must make real physical changes in order to change your vessel. Of course, there is much to be said about the power of your thoughts, for they as well exert a great force on the physical reality around you. And to control your thoughts is of great value, though even better than any of that is really the actions that you take. Our message is for you as physical beings, that is what is most important.
Mm-hmm.
Do you exist as a physical being as well?
We are quasi-physical, meaning we exist in a sort of blend between what you consider a waking state and what you consider a dream state. So that imaginative force we have described to you has expanded so greatly that whatever we imagine becomes a reality. And with that expanded use of imagination, we can create new realities very easily and instantaneously. So it is experienced as to us as just as real. It has physicality, it has a tactile nature to it, though with our imagination and our will, it is malleable. So it makes it quasi-physical.
In a sense, would that be similar to the experience of lucid dreaming?
Yes.
Or have?
Yes.
I've got a couple more personal questions.
All right.
Can you see perhaps where someone is from in this universe, their soul?
Well, we can say, first of all, that you are the being you are today, and as you interpret that energy and therefore incarnation moves like a line because you have incarnated into this perceptual reality. It seems as if you move from incarnation to incarnation. Yet the actuality is that time and really all that you see around you is an illusion. And it all exists here and now. So all of those other lifetimes of experience are occurring right now. And when you come into incarnation, information is drawn forth from many different lifetimes. What is occurring now as your planet is shifting to be an intergalactic hub in your future is that many souls are taking much more information from that intergalactic level than ever before. So souls are bringing forth energy from different star systems. And for many star seeds, as it is said, this information lies dormant up into a point in time in their life that it is safe enough to let that energy vibrate from their system. Yet other starseeds already incarnate into that degree of safety, so they express that otherworldliness through their being to some extent throughout the whole time. This is not to say that they come from that other system. It is simply that they are wired to vibrate a similar frequency. So you carry many different codes, both from an Earth lifetimes and from star lifetimes. For you, we do see the strong influence of the Pleiadian and the Lyran system shining forth from you. However, there are many other cycles of incarnation from your Earth plane that also have a resonance with you. Again, every time the soul leaves a incarnation, the personality structure and many layers of your energetic body dissolve back into source. You release them. And so those incarnations, they are different people having experiences right here and now. As you go beyond your physical incarnation, you will again return to that source nature. Though you are never lost, for in returning to that awareness of self as source, you experience the simultaneity of all of those other incarnations. It is simply that your sense of self that has been associated with your body and with so many functions you have for your entire life are gone, are dissolved. Can you play with that? Does that make it more clear for you?
Mm-hmm.
Now, is there something you would like to know about how you can use those connections? Is there a way that those connections manifest for you already?
Yeah, and if you have some more information, I'm open to hearing.
Well, what is your great passion in your life?
To be of service to others, to create music, to love, and
Yes.
yeah.
Well, that is very much in alignment with what Pleiadian soul codes bring. We are, in a way, ambassadors for many different species in this galaxy to get to know each other, and we are many teachers to many as well, through embodying that source energy and the quality of love that it brings. For there are many qualities that source brings in this particular universe. We are focused very much on that love quality, and love does not really need one specific outlet in order to express itself. It's not focused on expressing itself in this way or in that way. It expresses through each individual in a unique way in every moment. So, knowing that your mission is here to be in that resonance field of love and bring others into that resonance field simply through your presence, and knowing that that is enough, that is valuable, and that is creating change in your reality, will help you rest into knowing your nature as a Pleiadian soul, in that sense.
Thank you.
Which is again why we say it is your passion that ignites your own purpose. So say, for example, other star seeds resonate with a more Sirian nature. And these star seeds are more serious, as the Sirius system is one that focuses very much on a sort of esoteric understanding in the sense of developing technologies and spiritual tools to go even further into sources awareness in a sort of very individual approach. Of course, as they are collective species as well, these Sirian beings do spend much time out of body. They spend much time immersing themselves in a sort of ecstatic trance in which they go beyond their quasi-physical experience into a non-physical experience. We, on the other hand, spend more time moving about the galaxy and creating connections between others and focusing on that loving energy. These are, in a way, equal missions, though quite different.
What's your understanding of karma?
Simplified, it is what you put out comes back. So the attitude with which you do something, and beyond that attitude as well, the degree of connective love you bring into it is what yields back to you results. So the more that you do acts in a selfless way, meaning that you are giving of yourself to others, the more that others will give back to you in a selfless way, and you will be enriched. The more you operate from a selfish place, the more that you will receive that selfish, separated nature from the world around you. The more you do things in a loving state, the more you will receive love back. When you allow negative emotion to cause you to act in ways that separate you from the whole, you will receive that separateness in return. Now, in times past, the energy on your planet was lower. You have entered into this area of physical space known as the photon belt, where particles are more highly charged, and it causes time to, in a sense, speed up. The gap between what you put out and what you get back is shorter, and it is going to become increasingly short. Now, there have been many complex ideas about karma, which have again been the distortion that the human collective consciousness has created due to your experience of linear time. Linear time has made it seem as if there are big gaps in between what you put out and what you get back. Therefore, a very complicated and convoluted understanding of this law has translated into your idea of karma. And when you allow those ideas to inspire fear in you, and you do something that you believe to be good, yet are motivated by fear, you actually perpetuate the cycle of fear, which is what many people in religions do when they attempt to clear karma. That is a very good mental game for them to play that hopefully they break from, because all that they are doing is perpetuating the pain by, in a way, creating such a negative definition. Do you understand what we are saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Thank you.
Yes.
Loaded with questions, wow.
All right. Well, you can keep them coming if you wish.
I won't shoot from the hip. I'm trying to aim well, so it's not too much. But,
All right.
I'm curious what perspective might be on the sex work industry and pornography and sexuality here on Earth.
Oh, all right. Well, again, it is the energy that you put into it. And because there have been so many taboos around your sexuality, it has been repressed in most cultures around your world for some time. The energy in the sex industry reflects that, as it comes from a sort of fear-based place of rebelling against those rigid rules and views. In a way, it reinforces the negative attitude reflected upon it. Now, it doesn't have to be this way, and there are many who are using sex work in connection with higher spiritual understandings, or even the basic understanding of human needs and love, that are using these platforms to greatly heal themselves and others. You can do that, and you can support other people in releasing heavy burdens through their energetic body, through their sexuality, when you guide them to express their emotions deeply, and you express the way that you feel as well within those contexts. This can be one of the deepest processes of growth and acceleration of consciousness. For your sexuality is one of your most important gifts, and it is what allows you, in many senses, to taste that ecstasy of the divine when you channel this energy in a proper way. An orgasm takes you very close to the true nature of your innermost being, which is one of perpetual bliss. Now, again, physicality and the conditions imposed by being a physical being at this level of incarnation has limited much of that, yet the human can go into a remembrance of self as spirit through sexuality when the energy is directed to flow through open and clear connected chakras to the higher centers. And we could speak a great deal about this, though we believe that that is enough of a hint to get you searching in the right directions, yes? But something more you would like to say about this?
Something more that I have to say about that specifically?
Yes.
There's nothing lustful about it.
No. Well, lust is simply attachment to the object of desire. So when desire is experienced in a pure state, when you use desire to expand your energy, you do not need that object that has ignited your desire. Instead, you internally merge with the object of desire and go beyond to the field of all that is. You lose your sense of self in that which you desire, and you know that self and the desired are truly one. And this is a great path that has been elaborated upon in many ways through teachings you consider tantric. So, we encourage you to play with your desires and know that your desires themselves are good and wonderful, whatever it is that you desire. It is simply when you believe that fulfilling those desires will actually lead you to a sort of inner realization that you make the mistake. The desires lead you on a journey, and it is your awareness within that journey, your awareness of merging self with other and merging self with source through desire, that will make or break you in the journey of desire.
Mm.
Or should we say, make and break you? Though it is again your attitude of the breaking cycles that leads it to be a breakdown or a breakthrough.
Wow. That's incredible information. Thank you so much. You've just brought me quite a bit of enlightenment towards that industry and the work that I've been doing. And I would like to ask if anyone else has a question they'd like to ask, because I don't want to keep shooting here at these
All right.
questions. I'd like to give somebody else a chance before I ask another question. So if anyone has, please go ahead.
I guess I have a question.
Yes.
I've been told that I'm a martyr, and I don't know what that means personality-wise or temperament or whatever. And that my former wife, I'm going to say promised, I'm not sure that's the right word, committed to taking care of me through 4 lifetimes.
All right.
And that she, in the last lifetime, got sick and didn't do that, and that's why we were in a relationship in this lifetime. And my question is this the last lifetime that we're going to be in a relationship?
Well, as we have said before, it is never you that reincarnates. It is another aspect of your oversoul. You will return into your awareness of self as source, and in that merging, experience a greater bliss than you could imagine through reincarnating again. So you will be free of all of these weights and constrictions that limit you in your human realm and experience, we assure you. With that said, you have indeed made many connections through this relationship to other lifetimes of sort of servitude with you, yourself, and this other individual. Now, speaking to this idea of martyrdom, we would ask you, do you find some payoff to being witnessed in sacrifice? Does that nourish a part of you?
I don't think of myself as a martyr.
All right. Who told you that?
It was a psychic.
All right. Do you have a great resistance to this idea of being a martyr? Could you accept it if it were true?
I think so.
All right.
What I'm
Then
aware
we
of-
would probably say that if you can accept it, that you're not a martyr.
What I'm aware of is that from a very early age, based upon my mother's reports, I've been someone who took care of other people.
Yes. And in caring for others, did you find joy? Did you find love in that act?
I'm not sure I find joy, but I feel comfortable. I feel that maybe I'm making some contribution to the harmony of the universe or something.
Yes. And really that is how everything expands, is through people giving to others. And when you give unconditionally, you also allow yourself to receive unconditionally, though there are ways that you can block off the energy that wants to come back to you. some of the ways you can do that is by giving to people who are selfishly oriented. And this does not mean that the universe does not give back to you the love that you give to them. It simply means that there may not be another human vessel to bring you that love in return. Would you say that that has been sometimes your experience?
Yes.
So we wouldn't describe this in that sense as martyrdom as much as it is a early use of healing energy. And by choosing to connect with others who can return that healing and return that love to you in ways that are useful for you, you can go beyond your sense that it is you doing good for others and come to understand the greater picture of unity through many humans giving to each other in ways that really give back to the whole. So, one thing that you can do would be to ask, to, in a way, command through one thing you could call your soul fractal or your human fractal. There are different degrees of a soul fractal depending on how you language it, though through your community in the most simple way. Simply ask for all of the love you have poured to others to return to you from a different source. Ask for the nurture that you have given to be returned to you. And you may note that it will come quickly, though you must also note how willing are you to receive it. Have you been willing to receive?
That's a good question. I don't know.
All right. So, imagine now, well, there's a wall behind you, though imagine that there weren't. And imagine a being of light, perhaps 9 feet tall, is standing behind you and is holding their hands open in a cup shape. And through that cup, there is a beam of energy pouring into the back of your heart. Now notice what sensation is there. Does the energy enter seamlessly? Or is there a wall? Can the energy even touch your body?
I feel it can enter my body. I'm not sure it's seamlessly.
So, is there a sort of filter, a sort of cage that slows it down?
Filter, maybe skin or some sort or something.
So imagine that filter opens up, becomes a clear channel. As more of the energy enters, simply note the qualities of sensation, emotion associated with letting this energy from us flow into you. And what does that experience feel like now?
I think it feels like a lightheadedness in my head and a certain heaviness in my heart.
All right. So, yes, continue to work with that sensation. For there has been some sort of block to receiving energy for some time. And as it opens, it will do so step by step. Any sorts of ideas about what it means to receive love will come up. Now, speaking in general, not in terms of your certain situation, many people are afraid to receive love because it may be interpreted as weakness, as selfishness. It may bring up certain emotions they do not wish to share. It may make them seem not as useful. There's many different ideas, though at their core it can all be dissolved without getting the mind in the way by bringing your awareness into the heart and allowing that creative part of you, put an image to it, focus on the sensation alone, and imagine that that energy entering through the back of your heart spreads to your entire body. Now, the field of reality is light, love, or love, light. So, you are all made of love, light, or light, love. And every interaction is an exchange of this energy of love and light. There are exchanges that are reciprocal, and there are exchanges that are one way. There are exchanges that are conscious, and there are exchanges that are unconscious. There are exchanges that are consensual, and there are exchanges that are non-consensual. Getting clear in how each and every one of these interactions feels will support you in deepening into pure exchanges of unconditional love. When you hug, feel the depth of the love that you are allowing in and allowing to share. Aim to find that balance, 50-50. 50% giving love, 50% receiving love. At some moments, it may skew more to one side or the other, though if you can meet the base of most interactions from that place, you will find that the amount of love you are able to give, the amount of healing you are able to give to others is much greater because you are allowing more love in from Source itself. Can you play with that?
Yes.
We love you very much. And as do many other guides and friends of yours in many realms. So we will continue to support you in this way.
Thank you.
So we will conclude this dialogue with a brief meditation that may lead into your sound experience. Allow yourselves to bring all of your focus to your heart center now, where you may picture the beautiful symbol of a figure 8, representing infinity, and see this symbol with many threads of light that move back and forth from one side of your chest into the other, spiraling and dancing. Now see this figure 8 turn upon its side and stretch up to reach the crown of your head and the base of your spine. See these threads of light reach all the way down to the base of your spine, move through your heart up to the crown of your head, and then back down, creating a circuit that moves very quickly. With each breath in, this light expands, accelerates. And as it moves and opens, a crystal chamber of light, starting in your spine, then expands around your body. This crystal chamber goes infinitely up and down in both directions. Down to the earth, it goes all the way to the earth's crystal core, and up beyond your head it goes through your moon, through your sun, through many stars, into the galactic center. You may follow first this pathway down. From your heart, see roots of light that grow into the layers of your earth. First weaving through the roots of many plants, the mycelium grids of the earth, taking in the energy as it moves around the planet, breathing this energy in and exhaling, feeling your own roots connect you to the web of life. And going a step deeper into minerals, metals, crystals, rocks, the deep sediment of the earth. Feel these grids beneath you. Allow energy to channel up from them into your body, and even go a step deeper now to the molten layers of the earth where there's plasma, great heat, great light. Feeling this immense pressure and heat all the way down to the earth's crystal core, which is vibrating, solid. Allow this energy from the earth's core to move through all of these layers and come into the base of your spine where it begins to spiral around through this figure eight and move up into your heart center. And now allow this energy channel to start to ascend, going upwards, seeing threads of light from your heart that go out through your brain now. First beginning with a silver and gold spiral. The silver moving up to your moon, taking in the lunar force, and a gold moving up to the sun, taking in your solar force. These perfect spheres of energy that make life work on your planet in a very unique way for this galaxy. Feel their pull. Feel as these energies dance into you, they create balance. They give life. And know that while it may seem far away, it is here in your core simultaneously. Follow these energy streams even further through many stars beyond. You may picture your sun's sibling stars, known by many names: Alcyon, Maya, Arcturus, Sirius, Antares, just to name a few. Feeling these energies ripple and dance into your body, perhaps picturing these brilliant blue stars. Just by holding them in your mind's eye for a moment, you create that connection that allows their energy to ripple, descend in. And finally going all the way to the great central sun, which is a supermassive black hole. Go through that great density into a single point of light, the quintessence of energy, the center of your galaxy. And as you enter it, allow it to open up into immense light, the brightest light you can imagine. And this light connects you, yes, beyond to all other galaxies, to many different universes. So you breathe up into this great light, this unknown. As you exhale, allow all of this energy to descend into your body. Know that while it may seem far away, again, it is here in your core. As you embrace this unknown, allow yourself to go into a pure state of surrender to imagination. Seeing yourself here in this crystal chamber of light, now picture a second crystal chamber of light right next to you. And through this, invite one of your own guides to enter. Enter this space to begin connecting with you. Perhaps you gain an image of them. Perhaps they simply appear to you as an empty shade of light. And as you share your intention, your wishes with them, know that they or many others may support you in receiving these new codes through this sound healing transmission to follow. And in those sounds, in the tones shared, there will be many different beings, different aspects of all that is, that bring a unique flavor, a unique vibration to you. Allow yourself to receive and know that all that you need to do is feel, remain present, surrender. Allow your thoughts to subside and allow yourself to simply experience yourself as the beyond. You need not transcend anything. All you need to do is realize that you yourself are the big, all that is already. So we thank you for allowing this transmission, this interaction to occur. And we are not leaving you. We are simply leaving the channel's body. We will continue to work with you through this sound transmission. And in your dream state tonight, if you would choose to allow us. Our love and our thanks is with you, and we will see you in other ways.